Hey everyone, I have probably the rarest PS1 collection here ever assembled. And two things can be true at once. It's the rarest and also probably the least expensive or maybe the cheapest collection of PS1 games you will ever find. So I've been on this journey for like 15, 20 years trying to assemble this set of six. Now I knew six of them existed um, because PlayStation 1 basically ended in about 2004. And from like 2002, 3, and 4, you could find these in some stores. They were in major retailers like Circuit Cities, Best Buys, Toys R Us. And what's really unique about this set, putting together, all six of them, is really the games in them doesn't really matter. Most of them are really, really cheap games made by Age Tech. And when you bought these, the outer thing was actually sealed in just a really generic shrink wrap as well. And then the games inside were also sealed and in shrink wrap with the security sticker on top of them. And most of them were made by Age Tech. King of Fighters 99 was one of the better titles. But you would usually find stuff like putter golf, tennis, and boxing. Very, very generic titles. And what a lot of retailers did was they could pick up these sets and sell them for $20 for a set of three, but they could just break them up and you usually get $10 a piece for them. So you'd go in and you just find stacks and stacks of of these games for $10 brand new, and that was because retailers were breaking up this 1999 retail set. So it's pretty fun. Number four was definitely the hardest one in my life to find. I have another video on the Trading Games YouTube, so now's a good time to hit that like and subscribe button, of meeting up with Adam Korlick, and he's a great YouTuber, and he found number four in a video game store like in the middle of Ohio one day, and that's a whole story. That's really fun to watch that video as well. So, um, but yeah, with PlayStation's life of just cheap games flooding the market towards the end there, this set was really hard for me to put together. And I really like these type of value packs, the collections and stuff like that, because it's we all know long box games were cardboard, but all these plastic jewel cases, and they finally had some cardboard here. It's kind of fun to get the odd stuff for collecting on PS1. And a lot of games are easy to buy. It's sometimes just a matter of money, sitting on eBay, spending your time and buying games. But sometimes the hunt of really going out and finding this really, really weird, kind of esoteric, I guess that's how you say that, maybe it's not even collectible to anybody else, but it's just kind of fun, to have, a goal when you're collecting stuff that maybe isn't that valuable. It's going to be obtainable, but it's going to take time. It's not really a factor of money, and just kind of getting lucky. And, that's kind of the thrill of the hunt of collecting sometimes, is just finding stuff that's fun. It doesn't have to be the rarest and the perfect, and all that kind of stuff. That means just wear and tear and stuff like that. But that's the life of games and collecting. So this was a really fun set to put together. They were distributed by a company called Tomo, which is kind of still in business, but they do different things now. They're more digital, I guess. So I didn't know too much about them back then. I do remember seeing them on my buying list for the store. Some of these value packs, but I wasn't really interested in them back then because I had plenty of these used coming in. When I opened in like 2002, it was like almost immediately getting a lot of these games used. So fun video to put it together for you all and share something that, it's really fun having the whole set. So, something maybe you didn't know about and you can try to collect now, and maybe we'll see more people with these sets, or maybe nobody else will ever be able to put the set together. I don't know. So leave some notes down in the comments and some questions. And, if you want to, try to find a set for yourself, let me know. Maybe I can help, and we'll go from there. Catch y'all later. Bye.